The Resistance's victory at Shadow Ridge was hard-won, but its aftermath left no room for rest. Inside the command room, Commander Reynolds and the team studied the holographic map projected by the Sahara Obelisk. Dr. Markov pointed to a flashing marker in the Atlantic Ocean. This site is submerged deep underwater. If the Arcturians haven't found it yet, we might have a chance to secure it before they do. Captain Rhea crossed her arms, her expression serious. And if they have? We're walking into a trap. Reynolds nodded. That's a risk we'll have to take. This war is bigger than us now. If these obelisks can give us the edge we need, we can't afford to wait. The team began preparations for their next mission, an underwater expedition to locate and secure the oceanic obelisk. Time was not on their side, as Arcturian activity in the area had increased dramatically since the EMP pulse at Shadow Ridge. Days later, the team boarded a Resistance-modified submarine, its hull reinforced with salvaged alien alloys. The vessel descended into the dark depths of the Atlantic, its lights cutting through the murky waters. Dr. Markov marveled at the alien structures visible through the windows, ruins of an ancient civilization long lost to history. This must be where the first human-Arcturian war took place, she said softly. The obelisk is likely part of this network. Suddenly, the radar operator called out. Multiple contacts incoming. Fast-moving. Arcturian aquatic drones emerged from the darkness, their sleek forms designed for underwater combat. The submarine's weapons fired, torpedoes streaking through the water and detonating in bursts of light. Despite the Resistance's efforts, the drones swarmed, targeting the vessel's weak points. Captain Rhea shouted over the alarms. Evasive maneuvers. Keep us moving. The submarine darted through underwater canyons, narrowly avoiding destruction. The crew knew their survival depended on reaching the obelisk before the Arcturians could overwhelm them. After hours of tense navigation, the submarine arrived at a massive underwater cavern. Inside, the obelisk towered above the seabed, its glow illuminating the surrounding ruins. The energy emanating from it disrupted the Arcturian drones, causing them to falter and retreat. Dr. Markov led a small team in diving suits to the obelisk, their movements slow and deliberate in the heavy water. Strange, bioluminescent creatures swam around them, drawn to the obelisk's light. As Markov approached the artifact, she activated a portable translator device linked to the Sahara Obelisk's data. Symbols began to glow brighter on the obelisk surface, and a faint hum filled the water. It's responding, she said, her voice tinged with awe. This obelisk is linked to the others. If we can synchronize them, we might be able to create a global energy field capable of repelling the Arcturians. But the moment was interrupted by a loud, metallic screech. Above them, an Arcturian dropship had arrived, deploying troops into the cavern. The underwater cavern became a war zone as Arcturian soldiers engaged the Resistance divers. Plasma bolts lit up the water, their energy distorted by the liquid environment. Captain Rhea, still aboard the submarine, directed its weapons to provide covering fire. Torpedoes streaked toward the Arcturian dropship, forcing it to retreat temporarily. Dr. Markov and her team used the ruins for cover, fighting off the alien soldiers while trying to activate the obelisk. Private Lila, armed with a harpoon launcher, proved invaluable in taking out the agile Arcturian fighters. As the battle raged, the obelisk's energy intensified. Its glow became blinding, and the symbols on its surface began to shift. Markov shouted over the comms, "It's almost fully activated. Just a little longer." But the Arcturians were relentless. More reinforcements arrived, and the Resistance team found themselves outnumbered and outgunned. Captain Rhea made a difficult decision. Markov, finish the activation and get back to the sub. We'll cover your retreat. With the Resistance team buying her time, Dr. Markov completed the activation sequence. The obelisk emitted a powerful energy wave that swept through the cavern, disabling Arcturian technology and driving the enemy forces back. The Resistance divers hurried to the submarine, carrying as much data as they could salvage. As the obelisk's energy destabilized the cavern, the entire structure began to collapse. "Punch it!" Rhea shouted to the pilot. The submarine raced through the crumbling underwater tunnels, dodging falling debris and surging currents. Finally, they broke through to open water, the Obelisk's energy waves still rippling through the ocean. The Arcturian forces had been temporarily neutralized, but the team knew it wouldn't last. Back at the resistance base, the team debriefed Commander Reynolds. Dr. Markov displayed the data they had recovered, which revealed a startling revelation. The Obelisks aren't just weapons, she explained. They're part of a planetary defense network designed to protect Earth from extraterrestrial threats. But to activate the full network, we need to locate the central control node, likely buried deep within the planet. Reynolds frowned. And the Arcturians will do everything in their power to stop us. Despite the grim reality, the team felt a renewed sense of purpose. The oceanic obelisk had given them hope and a clearer path forward. As they prepared for their next mission, the words of the ancient Arcturian hologram echoed in their minds, a warning of a greater threat yet to come. Humanity's fight was no longer just against the Arcturians. It was a race to uncover the truth before it was too late.